What's going on, everybody? It is Darian, and today we are going to be talking about whatever the title of this video is. So I want to talk to you guys today, and you're not a real guy if you don't adjust your microphone like 1,000 times like everybody else does. I want to talk about some stuff today. I think I'm at just over 2,400 subscribers, and I haven't really said thanks after the first 1,000. Not that I'm not appreciative of those who actually come back every time I upload a video to watch it. Most of them being really close friends of mine. There are a handful of people that I've never met in person who actually consistently watch and or comment on my videos. You know who you are. And so what I want to do, and I understand life is not fair, what I'm about to do next. I want to do something that I've never even done, never even considered until about an hour ago. And that's doing a giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be something that I like, and hopefully the end user, which is you like. And I'm not trying to grow a huge channel. I don't care if it becomes big, but I also don't care if it stays really, really small. I give back to the community. That's the whole point. So I'm going to go ahead and land the plane and just tell you right now that I want to do this. I want to give away this Geissele Super Semi-Automatic Enhanced Trigger to one of my subscribers. So, well, actually I have two of them, right? Like I said, I have two. Dos. I only need one of these for the build that I'm doing. And the other one, I have no plans for it, although I can definitely make plans around a trigger. I also recently just bought the LaRue meticulously built two-stage trigger, their MBT 2S or MBT, whatever you want to call it, trigger. And people swear by that too. And I guess they were trying to throw some shade at Geissele by coming out with a trigger that's just as awesome for almost half the cost. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm tired of talking about LaRue. Not talking about it, hearing about LaRue's trigger without actually having some skin in the game. So I just bought the LaRue trigger last week. It didn't get shipped out, and then I just got my status updated to back order. So I'll be waiting for that for a while. But so yeah, I actually want to give this trigger out to one of my subscribers. I don't care if you've been subscribed for the last year or two or you subscribed last week. That's kind of the whole part of the lottery. I don't know. Now, you obviously have to leave a comment in the comment section as to why you should get it. So if you don't comment and say, I want it for such and such, you will not be in the running whatsoever. I'm not going to do it tonight.
Nope.
It's something I'm going to probably announce during Christmas time or at Christmas time. Of course, you're not getting it at Christmas. Sucks for you. But I'll probably have my daughter and my son look at the statements that you guys put down in the comment section and say, who best deserves this trigger? Right? And I will be the icebreaker. So I have two children that live here. And then I'll have one of them. If they both vote for one person, then that's it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So put down in the comment section below why you would like to get this Geissele two-stage semi-automatic enhanced trigger. You don't even have to use it. For all I know, you can gift it to somebody else. You can use it for a hunting rig. You can use it for a precision build, a DMR type rifle. You can get it because you say you never won stuff in your life before. You can ask me what you're going to use it for and whatever. I don't know. But either way, whatever your story is in the comment section is going to determine what you say will determine whether or not you get it. So I will be giving out this. I might do giveaways every once in a while. God has blessed me very well. None of the stuff that I paid for, I paid $145 for these. If you haven't watched my last video, they're normally, the best I've ever seen was like $175 or $190. They retail for about $230, and if you get them at a local freaking scalp shop, they're over $300. But I got two of them during the Black Friday Cyber Monday deals at Primary Arms, place who gave me this sweet beanie I've been rocking and probably will continue to rock throughout the holidays. But yeah, I love this trigger. I already have it in 3 different builds, and I will have it in a 4th. Or maybe that was what the other one was. It doesn't matter. I will give one of these away to a lucky subscriber. You do have to be subscribed, and if you think I can't tell who's subscribed, I can. And I can also tell if you commented on any other video. Like I said, if you subscribed the day before and then you do that crap, then yeah, I guess you got one over on me, right? So either way, definitely do that. But now that I'm done talking about the Geissele trigger giveaway, if you haven't clicked off the video yet and missed out, right? So that's it. I really want you guys to see that. Hey, that may be my thumbnail. I wanted to talk about some other stuff. Now, I'm over here saying, hey, I want to give you this $200 plus trigger away to a lucky subscriber. That's not going to gain me any more subscribers. It just means I'm loyal to my loyal fan base, if you want to call it fans. I don't know. I'm not a damn celebrity yet. But either way, I also wanted to talk about this. I've had this complete hoopty Chinese knockoff Law Tactical folder for over a year. I bought this thing over a year ago before I went on deployment. And I didn't know it was going to be a complete ripoff of Law Tactical. And the reason I'm saying that is because I just saw a deal. I don't even remember where I bought it. It's called right here, Tactical TR. And then there's instructions. There's a freaking really fuzzy printed QR code. That's ish. And it has some springs and some other crap that I've never seen on any of my other folders. I've had the Sylvan Arms Gen 3, and I've had the Law Tactical folder on other rigs that I've taken off or put on someone else's build at some point of my build career. So looking at this right here, it looks identical to the Law Tactical folder in the sense of its dimensions and where the parts are. The bad thing is, and it's not bad, but it is aluminum. It is built like a lot crappier. And I mean a lot crappier. It makes you really question, like, hey, is this thing really that good? Or is it just another piece of freaking stamped aluminum garbage? And so, in case you want to see it, you know what I mean? Like this, I do have the Law Tactical folder before me as well. And so this is obviously a lot harder to use at the hinge point or the pivot point as opposed to this right here. It's very, very light. I don't think it should be that light at all, but they look pretty similar to anybody who's looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a different viewpoint. In the mini cam, they have the same parts. They're almost the same dimension. Everything upside down. The pins are in the same spot. Like, it is literally like as if somebody took the Law Tactical folder and stamped it out, or, you know, casted it and then tried to make the same thing. And I didn't even consider that. Like I said, I've had this in a box for over a year. Even the little extensions that go on the bolt catch looks the same. Like, honestly, it looks exactly the same. I don't believe this one is steel either. Let me go ahead and check if it's steel. Hell no, it's not steel.
Nope.
Only one way to test it, though. Ugh. All right, cool. So here they are. Here both of them are right here. And boom, Law Tactical, steel, magnet, aluminum, steel. So Law Tactical's folder or folding stock adapter is made out of steel. So is the extension that goes on the back of the bolt carrier, and that may or may not be good to you. The loop, the lower itself and the upper, the handguard, the buffer tube are all made out of aluminum. Aerospace, you know, aircraft grade aluminum, like that matters. These things aren't going flying, but they're still made out of aluminum. And so that cuts down on weight. And when we really think about it, that's not a bad thing. I mean, who wants to be rolling around with heavy ass pieces on your firearm for no reason just because they're heavy? But I will say this, when it comes to the Law Tactical folder and the, whatever this other piece was called, the other folder, the Breaking the Law folder, this crappy thing, it looks crappy too. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks really crappy. It looks like if you fold this thing maybe a couple times too many, it might burst, right? And yeah, who knows? Who knows? But like all videos, this one's going to get demonetized because I'm definitely talking about firearms, and I'm definitely going to show you something. So I'm going to go ahead and put my freaking, I guess what is now to be Chinese pile of garbage over here and put that on some build. I have no clue what I want to do with it yet. With all the extra hardware that I don't know why I would need that, because I didn't need it for the other one. But, so I got my 2 Geisles out the way. Some lucky person will win that. But I want to talk about this. So today earlier, before I even started making this video for obvious purposes, I was doing a little bit of smithing in my garage. And so what I was doing was actually taking a lower, the most expensive lower I've ever purchased for myself. And it came in at a whopping price of $140. And I'm telling you about this because it's a lot of money for me. For somebody who's gotten lowers as cheap as $29, and I mean mil-spec lowers as cheap as $29. It's really hard to spend $140 for a lower that does the same crap. It houses the same exact parts. There isn't a single part on a lower parts kit I can put in this $140 one, outside of what I'm about to tell you. A normal lower parts kit. How about that? Nothing crazy enhanced. A normal lower parts kit as opposed to this. Now, billet lowers and stuff, they do matter, but are they worth an additional $100 some? Probably not. Now, a lot of you guys pay $140 anyway for the same damn lower that I get for $30, or used to get for $30. Now I get them anywhere from $55 to $60. And the reason why I say that is because you guys will buy it stripped, which means it's already been milled out. It's already been engraved with somebody's like ugly freaking company name on the side, probably. All this other stuff. And then you have to pay the excise tax if you bought it in a full rifle. You worried about warranty issues. It doesn't match. It doesn't fit your lower. It's got slop in it. Just all kinds of issues, right? And then you also pay a background check. You pay your $25 dealer's record of sale. You pay for your background check. You get the hell taxed out of you on it. Not saying you don't pay your taxes, but a lot of the places I get them won't tax you based on where you bought it in the state online. All you pay for is shipping. And sometimes the shipping is free if you get so many of them. I get it at whatever price I see online. But enough rambling. I want to talk about this. So before me here are 2 boxes. They look the same. They are both from 5D Tactical. So if you have watched my videos a few times, you will know 5D Tactical is the company I use for my jig. There are 2 other jigs out on the market. One's red, one's green. 5D Tactical's blue. They all essentially do the same damn thing. They must have had a co-patented, design or some NDAs or whatever, because when you look at one of them, you're like, damn, that looks just like that with a different laser engraving on the side, just like every AR-15, essentially. It's kind of like, Chevy and with the flip GMC, right? If someone's like, oh, this Chevy's better, I'm like, that's the same car as that GMC. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, all right, fool, whatever, right? Ford Mercury, Honda Acura. See where I'm going with that? I don't see any difference between those ones as opposed to that's just the one I bought. My favorite color is blue. You couldn't tell if you walked into my kitchen though, but my favorite color is blue. I like the name of it, and it was the first one I've seen. They did some good advertising for me when I was looking up a new lower jig. I saw them first. I pulled the trigger on them, pun intended, and I bought it, and I've been using it ever since. I do notice I'm starting to wear out certain parts on it though. The steel bushings on the inside of it that you use for the trigger and the hammer pins holes are starting to wear out a little bit. But either way, enough about that. I want to talk about this. So this came in the mail yesterday. And so if you can see right here, it says 80% Arms. So 80% Arms is an actual website, I believe. I bought stuff at 80% Arms at some point. And either way, they gave me a sticker for 80% Arms. And of course, it comes with some literature of what you need. And it obviously has 80% Arms' logo on the very top, meaning this may be something you can buy directly at 80% Arms and not 5D Tactical. They just sell this lower there. And I'd be pissed off if they actually sell it cheaper at 80% Arms. But anyways, so what it comes with is the actual literature, the sticker, and some hardware. This hardware comes with all kinds of, the bolt catch, ambidextrous detent spring. If I didn't tell you it's ambidextrous, fully ambidextrous, at least should be, if you decide to outfit it as such. With magazine releases and safety selectors, it does come with the bolt catch and bolt release combo. And so this is what it looks like. Looks really nice, really clean. I love the lines. I love the look of it. I definitely have started to become a snob after a while, and I have loved billet lowers. Not because they just look better, but because of the little things, the small details I really like. And it may be something like the roll pin that you normally would have to punch in and damage the side of your lower if you suck at it on an actual bolt catch area. I like the fact that they come threaded now, and it's so much easier to put a bolt catch in than hammer it in with a punch, brass punches, nylon punches, whatever, and possibly mar your finish up if you do it wrong. I do like the fact that it is aesthetically pleasing. That was the last thing I thought of when I bought this. However, it still does matter. I like the fact that it does come with a pictograph, it's got the safe, fire, and multi or auto on both sides. Some of them only have fire and safe on one side. This has both on both sides. I do like the fact that it does come pre-drilled in the takedown pin shelf. And the fact that it's a really, really nice anodized finish. Very, very nice. I don't know if this is 70-75 or 60-61 aluminum. Let me see if it says it on the literature. To me, it really doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's better than anything polymer out there. Nope. Don't know what it is. But either way, this hardware that it comes with, it has like the tension screw for that slop that a lot of us hate, right? No one likes it sloppy.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Unless you're for the streets. But it's got a tension screw that you would be able to mount directly up straight through the bottom of the lower, going and putting some sort of pressure against the upper receiver's takedown pin little area. And so that gets rid of that wiggle slop. Some guns have it, some don't. If you don't have that ability, I recommend using an O-ring. I put O-rings on the front of my the pivot pin, and I'll put it over that, and it really will close up really, really nice and tight. You can get an AccuWedge, you can get all kinds of stuff. But right now, I like this, and I was so excited that it came in the mail yesterday. I bought 2 of them, by the way, just like a lot of things. And no, I'm not going to be giving this thing out, although I can, because it is not milled out. And if you guys saw my other video that has gone, that is probably my most popular video now. It's probably nothing compared to other videos out there online, but I have just over 80,000 views on that video. People love me for that video, and they absolutely hate my guts for that video. But either way, so I could sell somebody this setup right here that I just had, but I cannot sell you this one.
Nope.
So like I said, since I bought 2 of them, I spent the better part of my morning milling this one out. So this one right here is complete. It was done on the 5D tactical jig. That same company I bought the jig, same company I bought this lower from. And what better way to make sure it works than to use your own jig? Like I said before, it definitely looks like it comes from 80% arms, and that's fine. I have no quarrel with them. I don't really care who sells it, as long as it looks good, functions well. I did install a trigger in here earlier, a safety selector, the detent, and a a classic A2 grip to make sure everything will function. It will go to fire, it will go to safe, it will fire, and it will not fire in safe. So I do like that. I always do stuff like that to my firearms when I first mill them out. And if they pass my sniff test, I keep them. If not, I need to go back to the jig, go ahead and mill out or hog out some more aluminum if need be. And if it completely is a bomb, I'm just going to send it to Never Land. And for you guys who don't know what that is going to be Melt City. I will melt them down in my foundry that I still haven't put a video up yet.
Nope.
So if I have a lower that's completely effed, I'll just go ahead and melt it down.
What?
And I just do it to piss people off, right? Because it's my lower, my body, my choice, my everything. Matter of fact, I still have my very first lower in the world. This is my very first one. I cannot tell you enough how many times I've shot this. I've put this on a host of different uppers, and it is effed up, like really, really bad. And I mean, it's just like a wiggle monster. So that safety selector shouldn't wiggle that much. When I was hogging out this lower, I went too deep. Sometimes that's a problem. Sometimes it's not. This time it was. And it's crappy, right? So I did that. It definitely will not fire and safe. It will fire and fire. So that's all that matters. And when it is installed, it will actually be in fire and safe as it needs to. But sometimes going from safe to fire, it's kind of wonky because that wiggles too much. And that's not supposed to happen. So I don't like it. I blew the complete butt out. You can probably see it right here. It's guts. Now, can this thing still be utilized? Absolutely. Has it been utilized? Absolutely. And I might keep it just for keepsake, that I actually have my original lower, that whenever people do come over and see it and they're like, wow, dude, that looks like crap. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it still works. And it just goes to show, like, hey, where I've come from. In my growth, in my journey on building AR-15s. I've marred many finishes. I've spray painted some. I've Cerakoted some. I've never Duracoated anything. I think that's all I've done with Cerakote spray paint. Never done anything else. To the lowers, outside of milling them out, I've completely cut out shelf pockets and stuff like that to go ahead and outfit it with, what's that thing called? Ambidextrous bolt catches and bolt releases. You know, I've installed just about anything and everything you can install on a lower receiver. So yeah, that's what I do. I enjoy that. Now, obviously, like I said, I bought two of them. This one, however, is mine. This is mine and only mine. And the reason it's mine is because it is hogged out. It is already now. It is no longer an 80% lower. It is 100% functional. Like I said, I tested it earlier. So what I'm going to do with this is set it aside, put it in the box, and then let you guys know the whole point of this one right here, this second one that is not finished, is actually because my buddy and we found it together. So I bought this one for him, and he gave me the money for it already. So he's going to come over in the next day or so and pick his up. And that's kind of what I wanted to show you. So if I haven't showed you a side-by-side comparison, this is actually what they look like. And funny enough, these are two completely separate finishes. Now, a lot of people probably can't see that on camera, but one of them, this one right here, the one I already milled out, that's mine, has more of a matte finish, whereas this one right here has more of a satin finish, and it is a lot shinier. I'm looking at the lights I have, my little studio light setup reflection, and it is very obvious to the naked eye. I may take some pictures off camera to kind of show you. These both came from the same manufacturer. It is the same lower, same part, two totally different colors, although they are both anodized black. And that's not a bash on anybody, right? There's different batches for different things. But this is exactly why I started building firearms also. If I was back in California, maybe this is illegal there now, even though I do it. But it's the fact that I was able to do what I just did in an hour and then take this to the range and go shoot it. Back then, I had to pay for a gun or the lower, the stripped lower, wait 10 days after I paid an arm and a leg for it and got taxed and everything else. Then I had to wait 10 days to get it. That is dumb. So what I started doing was hogging out my own lowers so I can do it when I feel like it. And yeah, if you haven't heard that story before, I don't feel like repeating it. You probably don't feel like hearing it. So either way, those two lowers right there are myself or mine and my friends. Like I said, mine is already done. His is not. He will be doing his on his own whenever he picks it up. But I wanted to talk about that. I mainly wanted to give you guys a heads up with the giveaway of the Geissele SSA-E. If I would have known about the SSA-E X bow flat, whatever the flip trigger, I would have picked one of those up, but I only knew about these, so I bought them, and after I bought them, I was like, oh, what's this other trigger? Also, they were out of stock, not only on Geissele's site, but also on Primary Arms. I didn't feel bad. I'm going to stick to what I know. It works. It's in the M110. It's in all kinds of DMR rifles. It's great. So either way, that's going to be my video. Let me know what you guys think. I actually had another video earlier talking about my experiences with some of the armorer's wrenches and stuff I have. So go ahead, check that video out if you have any questions on that. If you've never built a firearm before, you should. And if your gun sucks, build another one that doesn't suck. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section. That's the only way you'll be able to win the SSA-E. Yeah, you don't have to follow me on Instagram and you got to submit this and show me a picture. I don't give a rip about all that stuff. But I want to see what it is in the comment section. The longer your comment stays, probably it's going to tell me that you probably are more deserving of it. But at the same time, I might do the giveaway on December 21st or 25th. I might on Christmas Day pick one lucky winner that I've already seen throughout the past week and a half, and then from there my kids and I will decide who is going to be the lucky winner of a trigger that you may not even keep. So either way, that's the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Definitely don't forget to comment. And I'm out. Peace.